Hello everyone, this is Professor A.C. Zadav, Department of Horticulture, Kekewa College of Agriculture, Nasik. This video is only for the educational purpose, not for the commercial use. Under the course of HOT 354, that is Production Technology of Ornamental Crops, Medicinal and Aromatic Crops and Landscaping, the first important topic is the scope and importance of floriculture in India. Floriculture or the flowers. Flowers are associated with the mankind with the dawn of the civilization. It is said that in India, man is born with the flower, live with the flowers, and finally dies with the flower. Flowers are used for the various purposes in our day-to-day life, like worshipping, religious and the social functions, wedding, interior decoration, and self-adornment. And that's why we will discuss this initial topic in this video. At the end of this session or this lesson, you will able to definition of floriculture, landscape gardening, definition of ornamental horticulture, status of floriculture in the world and in India, scope of floriculture or ornamental crops in India, and last, that is importance of floriculture or ornamental crops in India. So we will start with a definition or important definition in a floriculture. First one is a floriculture. Floriculture is an aesthetic branch of horticulture which deals not only with the cultivation of the ornamental, annuals, biennials, and perennial plant, including the potted one, but also their marketing. Means this also include the marketing for the local, distance market, export of cut flower, live plants, and their economical products like perfume, scent, essential oil, medicines, etc. Next, that is the commercial floriculture. Commercial floriculture, it is again the branch of horticulture which deals with the cultivation of economical flower, though it is the cut or the loose like a rose, jasmine, chrysanthemum, gladiolus, tuberose, etc. Its production as a cut flower or the loose and also the gift plants means the ornamental plants. Next, that is the landscape gardening or the landscaping. It is very important branch of horticulture. It consists of planning and arrangement of the home garden, public garden for the bioaesthetic purpose. In short, landscaping means the decoration of the tract of land with the plant and the other garden material so as to produce the picturesque or the naturalistic effect in a limited space. Landscaping in India has an age-old tradition of gardening and orchard management with impressive landscape and the ornamental horticulture. It refers to the study of the various groups of ornamental plants. It may be the trees, shrubs, herb, indoor, outdoor, any type of the plants which are used to decorate indoor or the outdoor garden. Then we will start with the present status of floriculture in the world. When we can observe that the present status of India, it is not so bright and lucrative as it is in European countries or in USA. Major flower producing country is Netherlands. When we are mainly concerned with export potential or the production potential, then the Netherlands is the leading country, and that's why it can consider as a major flower producing country. Country with largest acreage of the flora crops under the greenhouse, it is again the Netherlands. When we are mainly concerned with the total area under the production of the floriculture crop in the Netherlands, out of which the 50% are under the protected condition or under the greenhouse condition. Means they produce the quality type of the flower and near about 50% under the protected condition. Major cut flower producing country is again the Netherlands, and the major cut flower importing country, it is the Germany. Germany, which is again considered as the largest importer of the floriculture, means the flower or its related product. So when we are mainly concerned with the international trade center Switzerland data, India ranked near about 26 for the export or the major export of the floricultural product. Then present status of the floriculture in India. When we are concerned with the state-wise area and the production, then Tamil Nadu, it is the largest area or has the largest area under the floricultural crop production. Then the largest producer of the loose flower in India is the Tamil Nadu, and the largest producer of the cut flower, it is the West Bengal. Then scope of floriculture in India. Almost all the big cities are developing very speedily and accommodate with the fast growing population. Cement concrete jungle is very developing at the same rate. And now, thus the people are realizing the importance of the open space, park, and garden for the relaxation, for the peace of mind, for the recreation, and for obtaining the unpolluted air. The wealth of any nation is a link with the health of its people. Unless we can ensure the healthy development of our citizen, especially for the younger generation, by providing them for the open breathing places through the bioaesthetical planning like Chandigarh city and landscape gardening, we cannot expect to build up the healthy society and prospect nation. And thus, to meet out all these problems, bioaesthetical planning is essential, which runs in hand with the town planning. So this photograph shows that as per the civilization, as per the area under the concrete, there should be a equal area under the green vegetation. Then second important point under the scope category, that is the use of floriculture gardening in our day-to-day life. Just like in a modern life, floriculture garden in a country yard is an integral part of the modern life. And thus the ornamental plant has find the pride place in the home gardening because the peoples are now realizing the importance of greenery, the importance of the plants. Okay, the next, like when mainly we are concerned with the flower trades. Flower are classified into two types, cut flowers and the loose flower. Just like the cut flower means the rose, chrysanthemum, gladiolus, tuberose, which has a single bloom with a long stem. As per its utility, it is great demanded in the market. And similarly, the loose flowers like aster, gaillardia, marigold, chrysanthemum, jasmine, then tugger, nerium. These are the important types of the loose flower in our country. And for the many of its uses for the decorative, for the garlanding, it is again the great demanded. So when we are mainly concerned with the loose flower production, this marigold is a leading flower in our country. Then there is again very good scope for the commercial floriculture. The important factor which decide the scope for the commercial floriculture is mainly concerned with the availability of dynamic agroclimatic condition. Just like India is blessed with the varied and the dynamic agroclimatic condition, then we have a good availability of soil, then the water for the production of good quality flower production. Just like when we are mainly concerned with the blessed agroclimatic conditions, in India the winter is comparatively very mild, and hence there is a lot of scope to export the Indian flower to the temperate countries during the winter season, when the winter in such countries are severe one. When there is a continuously snow falling, we can observe means there is a no scope to produce the flower. So in such a condition, we have a great demand in, and definitely this demand is in a peak period, because this winter period is well known for again many of the festivals or the winter festivals like Christmas, New Year, or New Year Day, or the Valentine Day. So in this way there is a great demand for exporting such type of the floricultural crops or the flowers to such country. Then when we are mainly concerned with the several type of the government schemes which are available for growing the floricultural crops, then government is implementing the various scheme which giving 100% tax exemptions on implementation. Then raw material means the input used in the greenhouses, and then minimizes the rules and the regulation related to the import and the export. So in this way, the government provide the helping hand through the different channels, just like National Horticulture Board, then APEDA, that is Agricultural and the Processed Food Product Export Development Authority, and also the NABARD, National Bank for the Agriculture and the Rural Development, to the low and the marginal farmer to turn into the floriculture industry and to earn the maximum. Means there is a great demand to divert into these floriculture industry. Then next one is availability of the cheap labor. In a floriculture industry, again there is a continuous need of the labor. It may be the skill and the unskilled. When we are mainly concerned with the wages, then the labor cost is very low in India compared with the other countries like Netherlands, Israel, and the Japan. It is 10 to 15 times cheaper. So there is a huge scope or a huge scope for the floriculture industry due to availability of such type of the cheaper wage rate or the labor rate. Then the growth in the international market. The scope of the floriculture industry is again depend upon this point also. In the international market, or international market is growing at the rate of 8 to 10% annually, and international demand is around near about 90,000 crore per year, and the domestic market at the 20 to 25%. Means the demand for the floriculture in a market, it is unended or the unlimited, and that's why we consider these points. Then intervention of the governments. The government of India has set up the infrastructure for floriculture industry in major cities like New Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, then Bangalore, then Pune, etc. So throughout the country, also the uh, government set up the agri export zones related to the flower crop for its great exports. Just like in a Karnataka, in a Maharashtra, it is in a Sikkim, in a Tamil Nadu, in a Uttaranchal Pradesh, etc. Like in a Maharashtra, these agri export zones are in available in a Pune, in a Nashik, then in a Kolhapur, and in a Sangli city. So, in respect of financial support by the bank, then the bank is also the provide the support or support the marginal or the low farmers to turn or to divert into the floriculture industry by providing the time to time financial support, than earning the more foreign exchange. Floriculture product possesses near about 25 to 30 times more foreign exchange as compared with the cereals and any other agriculture horticultural products, and the floriculture is capable of attracting and retaining the large number of the progressive farmers and the entrepreneur. So in this way, to meet out the same, there is a good scope for going and rising of ornamental and the floricultural plants or the crops, because The demand for the floricultural part or the floricultural crops, particularly for the bioaesthetical planning, for floricultural garden, for social and the religious function, for indoor decoration, it is unended. And that's why there is a huge scope to produce the floricultural crops and to market and to earn the better personal point of view and also for building the nation. Then the importance of the floriculture. In India, the floriculture industry is not so developed as we already said earlier. Therefore, we have to need to improve it. And there is a important factors which are mainly concerned with the use of the flower in our day-to-day life or in our society are the many. When compared to the other country, there are the many favorable factor in our country which can boost up the flower production in our country, indicating that there is a large scope for floriculture industry in India. And that's why we may call the floriculture industry as a sunrise industry in India. So means it's important, it is unended, and that's why there are the many points which we can consider under the important category. So first, very important and the initial thing related to flower, that the flower, it is the considered as a symbol of the grace and elegance. It is considered as a feast for our eyes. When we can saw the flowers, we can feel fresh to our mind, and that's why this is a feast for our eyes. Then flowers represents many of the human feelings too. Just like the red roses are the symbol of love, then the pink for the admiration, grace, gladness, joy, then white for the innocence, purity, charm, then yellow for the traditional symbol of the friendship, etc. Not only the rose, but there are many of the other flowers which convey such type of the human feelings, just like our Indian jasmine, that is the symbol of attachment, then Evie, that is friendship, then Calendula, that is the joy, Lily as a purity. Then this is the second table which mainly concerned with the national flowers of the various countries. This is mainly concerned with our GK point of view. We know that each country has its national flower, like India has a lotus, like Pakistan has a jasmine, on the basis of its conveying feelings or the symbol. Each country has such a type of the national flowers. In this way, also, the flower has a great importance. Then they are used on all the religious festival or the occasions. When we can observe that in our day to day life, whether we are in a happy condition, happy mood, or whether we are in a sad mood, we use the flower. Just like we can use or offer the flowers at the time of the birthday party, then at the time of the wedding, and also when we can meet with the sick people, even at the time of the funerals, we can offer the flowers. Okay, so means the importance of the flower in our day to day life is a great one. Then all the people in respect of their origin, race, sex, then cadre love the flowers. So whether we are in a rural town, whether we are in city towns of the developed country, the love in respect of the flowers, it may be depend upon its utility. It is again similar one. Then we knew that most of the Hindu ladies, they adorn their hairstyle with the flowers by using the gajra, veni, and it is one of the important floral ornament which will definitely improve or increase the beauty or their grace. Then generally the flowers are also offered by the devoter in a temple, in a gurudwar, in church, and also in a masjid. Means though we are from the different religions, but we offer the flower to express our views in front of the god. Then flower is also used as a floral decorations. So this is again very important one. The single stem of floral arrangement can enhance the indoor beauty. And when we are mainly concerned with the floral arrangement or the decoration, right from the traditional one like ikebana up to the modern, there are the different styles. And as per the styles, different category of the flower we can use, like orchid, then gladiolus, then carnations and others, means many more. Then not only the fresh, even the dried flower are also used in a floral craft or for the arrangement of the garland and the bouquet. And also we can use these type of the dried flower in the form of the wall piece to decorate our indoors. It is again used for welcoming the dignitaries in the form of the prepared bouquet. So we use the silica gel, which is considered to be the most commonly used type of the content for the drying of the flowers. There are the many different ways through which we can dry the flower, and we can retain it, we can use it for the indoor decoration. Then when the cut flower are used as a vase decoration, definitely it act or it will be a marvelous piece of our indoor decoration. Apart from its raw uses, then floriculture industry is again a very important one. Means many of the flowers like rose, jasmine, tuberose, keuda, then bakku, we can use for the extraction of the essential oil, and this is the basic need for the preparation of the many perfumes, scent and others. Then we prepared the rose water from the rose, we prepared the gulkand from the rose. Just like the rose water we can prepare from that petal part of the rose, and the gulkand, it is again used prepared from the petal part, and it is used in many of the other product for the flavoring and has its own medicinal value too. So in this way, in industry also the flower has a great importance. Apart from this one, these flowers or the ornamental crops has a role or the importance in the pollution control also. Just like the plant maintain the ecological balance, enhance the beauty of place, source of food, shelter, medicine, and also the timber. It helps to maintain the soil moisture, minimize the soil erosion. Then it is definitely, and we knew that help for prevention of the surface evaporation, serve as a good mulching material. Green area is maintained to control the environmental change, reduce the light intensity, control the atmospheric pollution, increases the atmospheric humidity. Flowering ornament promotes the epiculture, which again help for enhancement of the productivity and increases the rainfall. So this is about all the scope and importance of the floriculture or the ornamental crops in India. Thank you. Thank you very much.